first section of Amazing Grace, Tommy Emmanul's version. And you've got the open first and second string that's going to be pulled with the movement of the third string from 4th to 6th to 9th. Okay? Then you go to the second string, and you're going to get this harmony right here on the 9th fret. So the 7th to 9th hammer goes back to 7, then 3rd string 9th fret, and then let's do that again. Then here's the next part is a hammer into this E7 chord, and what you're going to do there is use your pinky to go forward from 7 to 8 back to 7, and then hit an open E, a G sharp on the top, then to A, add 2, okay, then A7 over B flat, and when you hit that chord, your second string is going to go forward to a D, back to C sharp, and open B. Okay, then you're going to go E to D sharp, 4th string, just a little pull off, and hit an F sharp on the top. So 6, 4, 3, 2. So let me do that again. So look at that. That's a trill going from 2 to 4 and an open second string. And we're going to go 5th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. After you go from here. So take a look at that chord. 9th fret on the 5th string, 9th fret on the 3rd string, 10th fret on the 2nd string, 7th fret on the 1st. Alright, the last chord we went over was this one right here, and we pick up from that to go to a C7. So that's going to be the 8th fret, 9th fret, 8th fret on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Wrap your thumb on the top string in that 8th fret. Take that down to a B9 chord. So now I've got 7, 6, and 7 right there, same 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. And then we're going to start the next melody line right there. So I'm going to slide from 7 to 9, then that's on the 2nd string, 1st string, and then I'm going to catch 1st, 2nd, and open 6. And then I've got this little place right here. Let me back up just a little bit so you can see my hands right there. So that's kind of a blues dominant 7 sound after you slide out of the 3rd fret, 3rd string and 1st string, like that. So I'm really using pick, middle, and 3rd on those 3 strings, and then slide that right back into a D7 shape, but yet it's in the 4th fret. Okay. Then he does this real heavy bend on the 7th fret. That. So you hit the 7th, you bend it up, and then you come back to the 5th fret. And then after you release that finger, you go into the 6th fret, 3rd string. So into the A7 chord. Then you add that B flat on the top, and then to an E chord, but you don't hit the top string. It's just 5 to 2. Then after that, you start on a C diminished. So that's the middle finger 3rd fret, 3rd finger 4th fret, 4th string, and the 1st finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. And then the open 2nd string is where your melody line starts, and go to a C sharp minor chord with an open 1st and 2nd string. So that's a really pretty. Then you've got a same thing. It's kind of what we call a trill back, just like we did earlier in the song. So I've got, and you can use your thumb to wrap this, or you can go all the way to the top and play that way. But this is an F sharp 7, add 9. Then a walk up. So I'm walking the top string, kind of a slider from 3 to 4. Open 1st B7 chord. Hammer your 1st finger into, your pinky, into the 1st string. Then you're going to walk a little blues down. So that's 5th and 4th on the 5th string and 3rd string. Then a same strings, but this time 4th and 2nd. Then a 3rd and 2nd. And then I'm hitting the open 1st string between each one of those. And then I'll go back to E7, hammer into the 1st fret. And then here's your chord. Okay. So that's the thumb on 4th fret, middle finger on the 4th fret, 4th string, and then the 3rd finger and the pinky stacked in the 5th fret, and then an F sharp way back in the 2nd fret. So once again, and then when you go to that, come up to if you're using a thumb, slide into it. Thumb is already there. One more time. And then up to this chord. Whew. Ahead of myself. And this is kind of where he starts doing this bend. So we'll take a look at that in the next video. Okay, so the last thing we left off with was where we kind of came up to the 5 chord. So go to the 7th fret and then push on the 10th. Go to 7 here, push the 10, catch the 7, and then I want you to go, so that's a C9 to a B9, and he does the scrub with the fingernails. So we're sliding, and after that we're sliding into a, and then he kind of reaches up and catches the low E there. So let me do that one more time. After pop, right there with your hand flat, and then slide into an E7. Here, let's look at each part of that. The slide in is 9th, 7th, 9th on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, and then you're catching the 7th fret, 1st string. So, and then he kind of reaches up, catches that 3rd string and 1st string. We've actually done that in the song already previously. Little bend to get to an A7, A7 over B flat. And then the difference this time is this chord. And I'm going to show that one more time on another video. This is a G sharp augmented, okay? G sharp 7 augmented. So the pinky and the 3rd finger's in the 5th fret, 1st finger's in the 4th fret, and the thumb over, moving to a C sharp minor. Then you're going to move the root note C sharp down to C and move these fingers so that you still continue to get an E and a G sharp there. Pinky out to 7th fret, then an open 1st string right there. So watch that again. Okay, now I've got a B, and then I've got a G sharp and a D sharp. So it's 5th string, 2nd and 1st, move into a G and a D, 1st and 2nd string, C sharp in the 5th string, then a D sharp with an F sharp and a C sharp. So that's, then you've got a walk down, A chord, and then if you want to wrap the thumb and get G sharp minor and move G down to F sharp, you can go and hammer that last 1st finger into your E, or you can go if you need to use fewer fingers than that. Okay, so this video picks up at 122 on Tommy Emmanul's Amazing Grace. We're going to go from this chord. It's a G sharp augmented, 4-3-2 to a C sharp minor. And then we're going to drop down. We're going to get an E and a G sharp on the 1st and 2nd string, but we're going to C natural on the 5th string, 3rd fret. So we're coming into here, C sharp minor. So you're hitting the 5th, 2nd, and 1st, reaching out, catching the pinky on the 7th, back to the 3rd finger that's already held down in the 5th, and then you're going to alternate. You're going to go low to high, like this, 5 pull. So change your fingers up, put your middle finger on your 4th fret, 5th string. And now I've kind of dropped this down to this, so back like that. 4th string is the 1st fret, these 3 are in the 2nd fret. And then I've got an A chord. So it's an A2, a G sharp, and then an A2 with an F sharp, back to E. Okay? Then he starts playing the melody line on the 2nd string or 5th string like that. So he's going to use the melody line in the lower strings. Now right there, I'm going to use both the top string and the 4th string to slide to get G sharps on both of those notes before I go up and hit the 12th fret harmonic right there. That last part, it actually should be doubles like that. So a G and a G, 6 and 4, and back to an E and an E on the 6 and 4th there. Then So I just slid in E chord to an A chord, and then I'll show you the next part on the next video. That last part was and that's with an E chord. 5th string goes with that, and that becomes an A chord. Slide into the 6th fret, 3rd string, catch the 2nd string after it, and then you're going to hold down the 5th fret, 2nd string, or 1st string, and then the 2nd string and the 5th fret you're going to press. Try to get it close to the pitch of the 7th fret. Watch my fingers right here. That right hand's important because you can see me sweep it, that you can see me pluck it with the fingers underneath. And then the next lick is, you probably need to do that with your middle finger on the 3rd fret. So, because it's such a fast lick, you want to have your fingers in place to go D, B, A, D, B. And then this next part is an inverted A chord with a C sharp on the 5th string, half step up, and then, so 1, 2, half step up, half step up. Okay, the last thing we played was a slide in right there, going from an A sharp to B. So, and then you're going to slide up like that. So, 10th fret, you're pushing 2 strings, 1st string and 2nd string. See that push? You can see them up there. The 1st, I catch the 1st string as they start to drive upwards. But I'm not played the 2nd string yet, but you can see it moving upwards. Now I hit it. Then back to 8. So, back it up just a hair. Okay, so again, 2nd string. So that's 2nd, 3rd, 2nd. Slide up. After you catch that 2nd string last note, slide up to the 12th fret. First, 2nd, go to the 15th fret, big push with both 3rd finger and 1st finger to a so to this chord A. That's a 5th string right there, ringing A with a 9, 8, 7, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings right there. So it's a D, C sharp, B, and then to a G on the 1st string. And as soon as you catch that last note, go into just a chord right there, which would be like an E6. Top string is open, and then stacked right there. Okay, so I'm going to back up and go from this, since we left that finger out of the last video. So make sure you put the middle finger on the 3rd string when you're doing that chord right there. So notice that I'm kind of catching pick, middle, and 3rd, and then driving that top string. So then open 5th string right there. So watch this. So that was also not in the last video. So you're going to slide in, open 5th string. By the way, that's 9, 8, 7 on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, open E, then watch this, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd, you're going to go 8, 7, and 8, drop down into it. So, and then down to an A7. I've kind of got the E still ringing up. Then this was in the last video. After the trill back and the push on the G for a string, you're going to land into an E. It's like an E7 with a 6th on the, it's a C sharp on the 2nd string. All right, now here we go. New part right here. So you're going to go up to, that's open 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and catch a G sharp plus chord to a C sharp minor. And here we go, 5 to 2nd sweep. And then the pinky goes down a whole step up from that. And then 1st string. So let me back up a little bit so you can see that. Then go to a G, D on the top and the 5th string. Then you've got a B placed on the 3rd string, 4th fret, and an open 1st string. So the 5th string is deleted, even the 2nd string I'm not really interested in that ring, and it would be redundant, but so we're back to, and then I want you to go, so it's an F sharp 7. The 7 is the open 1st string right there. So F sharp G, then a B7 with an open 1st string. So, and then A, G sharp, and then G, F sharp. So pull that from the 3rd to 2nd fret quick. So, and that takes care of that section. Okay, let's look at that ending. Slide in from B to the E on the 2nd string, that's the 5th fret. And then finish it with a C sharp minor chord. So you're sliding into the note and then switching over to the chord. It's kind of tricky. Then you've got palm mutes on the backside. You're kind of working through a C sharp minor scale. Right there. So make sure that it's not ringing like that. Put that palm against it, and then you're going to work here 4 7 4 6 4 6. So then 4 5, or you could rip it downward and leave an open E. F sharp 9. And the 9 is up here, but it's actually going to work from here to here to here. So you get this. So to a B7, but then you're going to make a C natural in it. So it's like a B plus, what they call B plus. And work a G back to F sharp. So to an A, it's an A2, 5 to 1. And then you got a G sharp, a B, an open 2nd and 1st, to a G2 chord with the open 1st and 2nd. Then to, all right, which is an F major 7 chord. It's an F, a C, an open A on the 3rd string and open B in the 1st. And then to this chord. Alright, which is no 3rd finger pressed down. The pinky's out on the 4th fret, 4th string. Okay, that last chord finished right here, which was an E chord add 2, which is an E into F sharp right there. Then you're going to go to an F sharp. So that's a F sharp 7 here, back to E, and then an F sharp, up to an F sharp on the 11th fret, 4th and 3rd and 2nd string. So again, here, and then an E chord. The E chord is 4 through 1, 4, 3, 2, 1 right there. Flat finger on the 9th fret, and then the 12th fret is pressed with the pinky right there. And then he just reaches up and catches that low E across there to finish off.